Once upon a time, it was this girl named Jess. Jess is now 18 years old, and she lives in a homeless shelter for females. When Jess was born, she was born a crack baby. 3 days after Jessie was born, she went to live with her fraternal grandmother, since her parents weren't able to take care of her. When Jess was 5 years old, her grandmother got a call from her sister, stating that her mother had just got killed. She got murdered, shot in the head 2 times from some guy. To hear that her mother got killed at the age of 5 was really devastating for her to hear. Even though she didn't know her mother and really didn't even speak to her that much, it still hurt. Jess used to get teased from her cousins when she got on their nerves, or even when she wasn't getting on their nerves. They would say things like, "You're gonna end up just like your mother," or "You high yellow bastard." Getting through school for Jess was really a big disaster. She got left back in the 3rd grade. Jess thinks she was doing her best, but she really didn't have the help that she needed. Her grandmother would try, but she didn't know much. And her father was too stuck on dub because of drugs. When Jess was 10, her father died. He did his last drug ever. He used to be in the hospital all the time. He had a hole in his heart, and on top of that, he used to walk around with an oxygen tank. Jess began to go numb and isolate herself from everyone except her grandmother. She didn't want to speak to anyone. She didn't want to go anywhere. She began to cut up in school, fights, talking back, etc. She felt like her birthrights were violated. To put the icing on the cake, her uncle had started to sexually molest her. She was screwed at 11 years old, going through so many different emotions, taking on so many negative comments, living with so many negative people. 2 years later, Jess ran away. She didn't have any friends. No one liked her at school. They used to tease her. So she tried living in the park around the corner from my house for some days. Obviously, that didn't work. The cops came to pick her up the next morning. She told the cops everything that they needed to know about her living conditions. They sucked. So she got moved to a group home. The group home girls that she lived with introduced her to lots of new things. She was beginning to become a juvenile delinquent, not only doing drugs and alcohol, but stealing, robbing, lying, etc. She got locked up with 4 other group home girls 1 month after her 14th birthday. They found her guilty for robbery in 3rd degree assault. They sent her to Spofford, and shortly after, upstate to Syracuse, New York, Auburn Residential Centers, a non-secure detention center for girls. She did 11 months upstate. When she got released to a foster mother. At age 16, Jess' sister put her back in school and in the summer youth program so she could work. Everything was going good for her, but one simple mistake turned everything around for her again. When she was 17, she dropped out of school because she didn't fit in. I mean, she wasn't slow or anything. She always had good grades, a B average, but she was gay, and most of the kids didn't like that. She would get into fights all the time. Kids would call her things like faggot, homo, dyke, etc. So she left school without telling her sister. Eventually, her sister found out that she wasn't going to school and kicked her out. So that's how she became a homeless female living in the shelter. Been in this shelter for about 6 months, you know what I'm saying, and it's terrible. I mean, as you can see, the people in there, you know, they're nothing but drunks or crackheads, that's all they do. It's terrible.
This is Willow. Living in the shelter is not an easy way of life, but it's a way of life. Living here, it shows you why a lot of people rather be street homeless than live in the shelter.
It's a crack house. If you come in here with no habit, you will pick up.
Do you got a demo? You got a stem? You got a demo? Oh, my stem is cracked.
Wow.
Can I buy they act like it's a fucking cigarette. Can I get a stem? No. I don't got a stem, bitch. Living in the shelter limits your liberty and your freedom.
Gotta get up out of here. The shelter system ain't no joke. This is what I go through. There's a lot of jealousy going up in there.
They're jealous of her. They fucking gotta, you know, fuck with her. It's always something. Jesse this, Jesse that.
You know, my goal is just to get up out of here, you know what I'm saying? I want a better life, I want a better living. I hate the life I live. You know what I'm saying? The people in here, they ain't about nothing. You know, I done been locked up 3 times since coming here, and I never been locked up a day in my life except for my juvenile life. But you know, that's real. That's just how it go. I had a fight with 2 girls, you know what I'm saying, in the shelter that I was in, and they jumped me. So the way I retaliated was with my fist and with 9. You know what I'm saying? I kind of stabbed them up. Stabbed both of them. One of them I stabbed 2 times. The other one I stabbed 1. You know what I'm saying? I was on a run for about 3 days until homicide came and got me. And I'm just going in here for the verdict, see what's going on. Hopefully I get out today. I can't even smoke my cigarettes. My hands are shaking. Going in. See you.